Elena here on quarantine day number, I'm not sure. I've lost count. Anyway, I'm here to give you the lockdown lowdown on the stimulus registration website and some of the frequently asked questions that I've been getting on this video. That's going to be linked in the card up there. But I wanted to hop on here, undone browse and all, to share with you a couple of important things that you'll want to know and want to remember if you are deciding to sign up for the stimulus registration through the TurboTax website that I shared with you guys just a couple of days ago. Let's jump right in and talk about the things that you need to know. Question number one is, should I use this website to attempt to change my direct deposit information if I've already filed my taxes? The answer is no. The TurboTax tool that I shared with you guys in the walkthrough is only for people who normally wouldn't need to file their taxes to register with the IRS so that the IRS has direct deposit information for them. It's essentially that abbreviated tax return that we kept hearing about in the news over the course of the last week or so. So those people are just telling the IRS their filing status, their number of dependents, their location, and their banking information. If that doesn't apply to you and you've already filed, don't try to use this tool. It will get rejected. Number two, if I receive SSI or SSDI benefits, do I need to register? The answer is we're not sure. Like a lot of things with the IRS and with taxes, the answer is often it depends. And with everything changing from day to day and the guidance that the IRS is giving us changing on a daily basis, I can't give you a consistent, accurate answer until we get direct information from the IRS saying, hey, make sure that those on disability complete the registration process. Now, the IRS has given particular guidance for Social Security recipients who already received the 1099 SSA form, which is a benefits reporting form that people often use on their taxes if they receive Social Security and have other sources of income. If you receive a 1099 SSA form, there's nothing else you'll need to do. You don't need to register because the IRS will be using the information from the Social Security Administration to administer your stimulus package. Number three, if I used a prepaid card to receive my refund this year, will the IRS use that card to direct deposit my funds, or do I need to register through this website? The answer is we're not sure. It depends. The IRS has been giving guidance to large companies that issue co-branded cards that taxpayers can use to receive their refund, but they haven't publicly disclosed for sure whether or not they're going to allow prepaid cards that have direct deposit to receive those funds. Things are changing every day. And for those people who are unbanked or underbanked, we hope that the IRS will take them into consideration when making their final decision. But until the IRS has released a public statement regarding whether or not they're going to allow prepaid cards to receive direct deposit of the stimulus, we want to just hang in there and go with the flow. Hopefully, we'll hear something very soon. That said, if you were planning on using the stimulus registration website in order to update your direct deposit information and you already have a prepaid card, let's refer back to number two, because this is not a tool that's designed for that. What the IRS and TurboTax want you to do here is only if you have not filed a tax return and you're not required to file a tax return, you'll want to use this particular site. Number four, okay, Elena, I plan to file my taxes later, but I want to update my information now. Should I complete my stimulus registration and then go back and do my taxes at a later time? No. You're basically giving the IRS the bare bones of an abbreviated tax return when you complete stimulus registration. We don't know how this is going to shake out in the end, but that may lead to you having to amend your return later on rather than filing an original 1040 when you want to do your taxes later. In order to avoid that, the best option is to go ahead and complete your taxes. It's super simple. There are lots of companies that are offering free file this year. TurboTax is actually one of them. I think H&R Block and several others have some options as well. But there are a ton of companies that are offering a free file option for you if you have an adjusted gross income under a certain threshold. So go ahead and get your taxes completed. The sooner the better, okay? Number 5. Okay, Ilena, you've told me that I can't use the stimulus registration site to update my direct deposit information. If that's true, where am I supposed to do it? Yikes. I wish I had an easy answer for you. Right now, we're waiting for the IRS and the Treasury Department to release an update about how taxpayers who've already filed their tax return can update their direct deposit information. Now, Steve Mnuchin, who is the Secretary of the Treasury, has already mentioned that they are actively working on a web portal through the IRS that taxpayers who've already filed can use to update their tax information and their direct deposit information. Now, I can't tell you when exactly that site will go live. However, what I can tell you is when there is an update, I will personally create a video and share it with you guys here. So make sure that you're tuned into the channel and that you subscribe so that you get the latest information on what's going on with stimulus registration and how to update your information as quickly as possible in order to ensure you receive your stimulus in that first round of direct deposits. All right, guys. We've covered quite a bit in this video. We talked about whether or not you should be using stimulus registration, some options for you if you have not filed, what you should do. If you plan to file, don't use that stimulus registration site. And what's coming down the pike, allegedly, from the IRS and the Treasury Department to make things simpler for American taxpayers. All right, if you have other questions, please share them in the comments below. I'd love to answer them and find out what's on your mind about the stimulus and stimulus registration right now. In the meantime, we're all locked in the house and hopefully we're flattening the curve to get back to day-to-day life. Until we do, take care of yourself, take care of your loved ones, stay safe out there. And we'll talk again soon on an episode of Lockdown Lowdown. I love you. Take care.